Check 1, 2. Tell these
Take
rappers
the
I'm
gun.
outside, get them start acting up. I'm turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to precinct.
Fuck everybody on the front. When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen is your favorite Knicks and Ish panel. I am the host, the one and only T-Tom. To my right, I got the co-host Kev Rodriguez. Oh, I did it backwards because he always do
Boom,
Mrs.
boom,
Knicks next.
boom.
He always, I mean, I can't do something. He always do Mrs. Knicks next. My bad. We got the first lady of Knicks and Ish, Mrs. Knicks, and we can't forget last but not least, we got our co-host Kev Rodriguez. You know what I mean? Boom. What up,
Boom, boom,
cuz?
boom. What up, cuz?
You know, shout out to my guy Fraz. He couldn't be here today. Or maybe he might pull up. I don't know. Hopefully he does.
Word.
But yeah, let's get to it. Last night, the Knicks grind out a 94-93 victory in Detroit. Sweeping both games on their home court. Oh, such a beautiful sight. Going up 3-1. Little brief overview. Then I pass it around the panel, and then I get into more of my spiel. But definitely 90s basketball we were watching last night. Tough, gritty, physical. It was a fight. They was talking crazy to each other. I love it. I love it. But yeah, Knicks edge out behind, two ginormous buckets from Karl-Anthony Towns, the bodega cat. You feel me? That turnaround fade away. I ain't gonna hold you. That was reminiscent of Pat. That was reminiscent of Pat right there. I said, "Ooh, go ahead, cat, you cooking." And then
Yeah.
when he hit the
I ain't
lane
gonna
with
hold you. Let real quick before you
yeah.
continue. Hold your thought. And it's funny because me and JJ, right, we was watching the game together, right? And we both was like, no, yeah, yeah.
So right
Yeah,
after
my bad, yeah.
so that kind of segues to what I was just about to say about the next play. JB goes to the post, kicks to OG. OG kicks to the top of the arc to Cat, and Cat goes into an in and out crossover, step back, long
Far
distance
back.
bomb from the parking lot 3. I'm like, yeah.
Yo, that was crazy,
Yo,
bro.
yeah, Cat stepped up huge. Yo, you know what's even more funny? I saw the clip of Monica McNutt. She always
Yes.
put and she had the same reaction, like, oh. Yeah, but
Nah,
yo, shout out to Cat coming up clutch. Yeah, I mean it was a great win, going up 3-1. Back in the Garden tomorrow. We outside tomorrow, so if you watching this. Yeah, I mean, Knicks and Ish is going to be outside the Garden tomorrow. Holla at us. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could link up. We outside. But Mrs.
facts.
Knicks, tell me, you was in the building for
She
game.
was in the building for game
Yesterday.
Oh yeah.
4.
So we definitely got
Yeah,
to get your recollection. I couldn't remember
like
if it was game 3 or game 4. My bad. It's crazy because me and Kev was just talking about it that y'all was together for game 3. Yeah, I mean, so
yo,
Uh-huh.
Mrs.
and
Knicks.
the crazy thing is, right, when the game finished, we called her because
Yeah.
I know she was in Detroit. Right? I knew she was in Detroit, so I called her and she put the phone out to all the fans. And I'm like, bye, guys, bye.
Now that's fire. Shout out to my guy Jimmy J1 in the building for sure. Yeah, I mean, what up, cuz?
What
You know
up,
what I
cuz?
mean?
What up, cuz?
Yeah, but Marzone,
Marzone one. What's
yeah,
goody?
what's
What's
good? What's
goody?
good? We see you,
Appreciate
homie.
y'all for pulling
But I
up.
put the. It's too many steps for me to put these comments up here. It's annoying now. But yeah, but yeah, Mrs. Nix was in the building in Detroit, and while every tell me how it feel to watch every heart snap into pieces in that building.
It was hilarious because y'all know me. I talk my shit. Win,
Hell yeah.
lose, down, up. I'm talking shit. And so I'm lit. It's six of us together. So me, my best friend, my brother who lives in Detroit, his mom, and his daughter. So we talking shit all game. While we winning, they silent, quiet, crickets. They start making that run at the end of the second quarter, third quarter. They lit, talking hella shit. So I'm sitting there like, I'm just waiting, cause I know they gonna make a run. I'm like, y'all about to regret this, cause when I turn back up, it's over for y'all. Bro,
Yeah,
JB went down. I'm not gonna hold you. My heart sunk. My heart
every
sunk.
Knicks
I'm
fan in the
like,
world
God
heart sunk.
damn. He got back. I looked at my homeboy. I said, it's go time.
For
he
sure.
he was at the table. I said, it's go time. They literally let one leg, one ankle, JB take over.
Yeah.
And the more y'all say fuck JB, the more he cooking y'all.
Yo. I
The
be
more
I
he
be on
cooking.
I be on X and Auntie be on there, be like, go ahead, keep on chanting that. Go
Not
ahead.
literally, as
Y'all
they
don't
were
know.
chanting, me and my homeboy standing up like, come on, keep it up.
It
And then
was like,
his
mm-hmm.
daughter like seven or like 6 or 7. She said, what they said? And he said, oh, they said a bad word. She got her Jalen Brunson jersey on. So once she put two and two together, she like this in the arena. But yeah,
Yeah,
once Cat made that fadeaway, like you said, I'm like, he gotta be working with Pat. He gotta be. That's Pat all day. But that three, bro,
yeah,
that three was it. I went berserk. I had a couple of other Knicks fans near me. They went berserk, and it just kind of like, when you at a funeral, that's what it sounded like in the arena. Just real quiet. The mood was real somber.
feelings is hurt, hearts are broken.
And I literally like I looked behind me and there was a fan and I was like, that was a hella good game. I said, but y'all fans really need to humble yourselves. I said, we was in y'all position years ago.
For sure.
Right,
Y'all
right.
talking like we ain't shit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We acknowledge that y'all a solid team. We
yeah.
ain't talking like y'all shit. But y'all treating us like our team is shit. So I ain't mad when we bust your ass like this.
But nah,
Yo,
Sean is
Sean is
hilarious.
funny. Yo, Sean, what up, Sean?
That's hilarious. What's
Said
good?
you young people are healthy. I had like 9 strokes per game this series.
Nah, that's mad funny.
But
Nah,
yeah,
but
Kevin called me in the chat and they was singing na 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 na. Hey, goodbye.
shout out to Darlene in the
What
building
up,
for sure.
sis?
Yo, sir, we was walking down the street. JJ. I had JJ crying because I was literally screaming, "Bye, bye, see you next year, guys. See you next year, guys."
Nah, that's fire. Shout out to CEO Brown in the building for
Yeah,
sure.
facts.
You know what I mean? Nah, yeah, Kev, talk to me, man.
I think the biggest thing was how they started in the first quarter. I think the first quarter was
Set the tone.
yeah, and we always say it. We always say it. You know, the Knicks win games when they start off the game with
Strong.
pushing the ball, playing aggressive, and that's what they did in that first quarter, man. They were up 29-19. They won that quarter
Yep.
29-19. You know what I mean? So I think that set the tone. But then I think in the what was it, the second
The
quarter,
end of the second quarter, they
the
started
end of the
making a run.
second, yeah, they started making that little run. But
Yeah,
but I think the first quarter really helped us out a lot.
yeah,
Cause like usually, and I would say, if I'm not mistaken, in the first three games, we kind of like started off not so great in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But this one we came out swinging,
Yeah.
and we basically started off the game swinging, and then we ended off the game swinging.
sure.
Like,
Not
yo,
swinging, like knockout punch swing.
yeah, man. I
Not no
think
little jab.
I really think the ankle, when Jalen Brunson, hurt his ankle. I think that's when he went in the back and was like, "Yo, it's like you said, it's go time. That's Let me stop playing with these guys. I feel like I'm playing with these guys, and I'm letting them get away with things. And I think Jalen Brunson was like, nah, you know what? This is it, man. We gotta really start playing aggressive, because if not, we about to lose this game.
Hmm.
Because that third quarter, they was washing us up in that third quarter. Like, yo,
Facts.
Yeah,
they was washing us up.
but
I
28 to
honestly,
14.
yeah, like I was looking at the game. I'm like, wow, bro, like we really look like, could it be that we're gonna take a L? But once I seen JB come back, and I don't know, something kept telling me, the way they kept, going at them and being aggressive, like back and forth. And both teams, not just the Knicks, but both teams, they were going. It was a great fucking game, I gotta say. But anybody that got anything negative to say about Jalen Brunson, or even Karl-Anthony Towns, I mean, is yo, like, yo, you just gotta you gotta like tip your hat to these guys, man. Even OG and Mikal Bridges hitting those big 3-point shots that we needed most all game long. He wasn't doing nothing offensively. I'm like, now listen.
Literally.
Defensively, I have no issue with the job that Mikal is doing on even Cade. You know what I'm saying? And OG too. But hitting those two big shots at the end, that really helped us out a lot. But shout out to the Cap, man, and Karl-Anthony Towns, man. Those guys really put this team on their back and was like, nah, 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 nah. We leaving Detroit with 2 wins,
Yep.
and we're gonna try to go back home and end this series and see who we play for the next round.
Fact.
Yeah,
And you
and
know what? One thing I really love, like just watching these games, is like people really thought we're soft. Like they really like trying to test our gangster. And I
Yeah,
love like the one that everyone said is the softest cat is the
right.
one that's like, nah, these is my dogs. Like y'all tripping.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
facts.
But
Nah, listen, go get it. 550, like, you gotta tip your hat, bro. I know you know,
yeah,
I know you're not, but listen, your man could have easily said, yo, my ankle's done. That's
I'm not
it.
coming
I'm
back.
not
Yep.
coming back. And then the Knicks gotta figure it out, because we were struggling without JB on the
yeah,
court, with Cam and Deuce running the team.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
So check it. Before I do my little spill, if you in the building, most of y'all are on your phone, so y'all should be able to do it. Put the 5 hand in the comments, man. Cause we was Knicks in 5. So put the 5 hands in the comments, man. Word. That's what I want to see in the comments, chat. I want to see those 5 hands in the comments, man.
5.
Uh, I guess I want to start with Wingstop. Neither one of them had a great offensive game, but holding Cade Cunningham to 11 for 23 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3 point line. That's tough. That is tough. You feel me? That is tough. You feel me? Like And that's the most important part. OG's defense on that last shot, that was tough. You know what I mean? Like, and it was all game. Uh Definitely gotta shout out Wingstop because this is what we was projecting to see from them. This is what we got them for to be able to give the opposing team's best player a fit. Man, Cade Cunningham is a special talent, man. That kid gonna be something special in the near future.
but
But
not
shout
this
out
one. Not right now. Not this
for
series.
sure. He out of here. He out of here in five. You heard? He out of here in five. You heard? But
But I will say this: I do respect him too because when what's that kid's name with the braids? When he
uh,
jumped at, I forget who he tried to
I
snap
know who you
at.
talking about. Holland.
And
Oh,
yeah, Holland.
Hollins. Yeah,
And Cade
Hollins.
like checked him like, "Nah, you wildin'." Like that's what leaders do, and I appreciate that from him.
And
Yeah.
and Tim Hardaway too, because they say that Cade kind of yanked him, but really it was Tim Hardaway that yanked him away. Like, yo, chill out. You
Yeah,
know,
Now,
like
now Cade gave him a big ass shove, and
yeah.
then Tim Hardaway
Cade
told him.
like pushed
Yeah,
him.
they gave him a big ass shove, and then Hardaway kind of like took him away from the
Yeah,
situation. But yeah, but shout out to Cade. Fortunately for us, you going home in five. But but I got to give shout out to Coach Tommy T. His adjustments this series has been phenomenal. They said he can't adjust. They said an old dog can't do new tricks.
learning
I
tricks.
I watched Detroit throw all different kind of wrinkles in their offense to get OG off of Cade, to try to get Cade matched up with Jalen Brunson, like, and it's been counter after counter for that, whether it's blitzing uh Cade on a pick and roll or just having Jalen Brunson flash just enough so OG could get back in the picture and making it real tough on him, or making him force to pass to Duren in the high post and making him have to become a play creator for them. And Coach Tommy T is coaching his ass off. Because even though, what's their coach name again?
Bickerstaff.
mhm.
Bickerstaff is a big ass crybaby. He's a good coach. Yeah, I mean, he's a good coach, very
He
smart.
about to get fired again.
Uh, I don't see him getting fired. They doubled they win, they tripled they win total from last year.
They
He ain't
did.
going nowhere. Yeah, I mean, he in a dog fight with the third seed in the East. He ain't going nowhere. But Coach Tommy T doing his damn thing. You feel me? And I have to publicly apologize. Remember when we traded for Cat? I called him all kinds of soft. Pause. I was talking real spicy about Cat Hart. I was questioning it. You know what I mean? And he showed me he is anything but that. Cat got heart. Even down to game three pushing what's that bum name? Uh
Paul Reed.
Paul Reed pushing that bum out the way. Yeah, I mean, when he was trying to get crazy with Mitch Robinson. Yeah, I mean, that I like that. Talking spicy to Tobias Harris. Yeah, and then giving them buckets on top of that. Not only talking spicy, giving them buckets on top of that. Anybody could talk, but when you come out and you start executing and giving buckets, that's when I start tipping my cap, because you're not just all about words like Malik Beasley. All that talking and stinking up the joint. High key stinking up the joint. Shout out to Malik Beasley for being a straight up fucking bum. He's a bum. He's a bum. All that talking he was doing in the last three games, what, 5 for 12, 3 for 9 from the 3-point line. He bum. And the game before that, he was like 1 for like 11 or something like that from 3-point line. Bum. All that talk did and still doing. All that woofing. All the wolf and the Detroit Pistons been doing this whole series, and they coming out and they looking real. So I told y'all before, all that vibrato, that's nervous energy. I know fake tough when I see it, bro. And they all on the court fake tough. Even that Holland kid jumping up like that. You not gonna do nothing. That's fake tough. Y'all thought that was gonna come. Y'all was gonna come and do that fake tough routine, and it was going to rile up the Knicks and kind of shake them, because They thought we were quote unquote soft. Now, what else tricks do you have? You have none. When you actually got a hoop, I said that in the beginning of the series. We gonna see what's happening when you actually got a hoop. You got a hoop now. Them antics ain't gonna do nothing. You got a hoop now. And when it comes down to it, experience has been raining out, especially in every late game situation in this series. Every fourth quarter, we spanked them. There's not a fourth quarter in this series we ain't spanked these dudes. Game two, we lost because the refs helped. You feel me? The refs helped, and we still was down three with less than a minute to go in that game. But every fourth quarter, belt the ass. Every fourth quarter, and it's gonna keep on happening. We took the belt that they put on the Statue of Liberty and we put it to their ass every fourth quarter. So when we
Mhm.
so like when I'm watching these games and it's coming down to the fourth quarter, I'm like, okay, what we within striking distance, okay. As long as we within 15 going into the fourth quarter, oh, we got this. We probably gonna win this game. But it just the grittiness of this team is dope. Is dope to see because everybody thought we was all finesse, all just we just a strictly offensive team. We couldn't ramp up the defense. They questioned Cat and JB's. Cat is playing defense in this series, which is fire. Yeah, I mean, like, well, that was a question mark on me with him again this season too was defense, but he's been playing defense. He's been locking up. Yeah, I mean, but yeah. I can't wait to pack these bums up. Can't wait to pack these bums up. Oh, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Somebody called the Wambulance. Call the
The Wembley.
Wambulance. Call the Wambulance. There's some crybabies out here.
Oh man.
There's some crybabies out here. Yo,
You
listen.
know,
I thought they was the bad boys, Kev.
hey, listen. I
Yeah.
call them the bitch boys. Because listen, man, like
Nickanator said how they went from the bad boys to the Bati boys.
Yeah, facts.
yo, that
That's
was a go.
hilarious.
That was a good one too. Word. That was
Yo,
a real good one.
that's this is crazy. I'm sorry. This is not Nick related. I just got a text that came up and I went to go check. I just gotta say that this is the craziest shit I've ever seen. Two Cavs Heat game.
Oh yeah, Miami
Two
down like.
minutes, 2 minutes in left in the second quarter. The score is 70-25.
Oh my god.
Sheesh.
Forfeit. Mercy rule.
Mercy rule.
Mercy rule. What we doing here?
No
My fault,
man.
Kev. Go ahead. I just had to say that. That was wild. You know what I mean?
Nah, listen, man. Like I don't feel bad for them at all whatsoever. Nobody felt bad for us after game two. So
Facts.
listen, it is what it is, man. Like even after all that, we still almost came out with a victory in that game. So listen, man, the Knicks just gotta keep playing hard. Forget about all that other nonsense about the crybaby Pistons now. Um, you know, just keep playing aggressive. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. This
Facts.
Piston team really thought we was soft. Like we couldn't
Facts.
handle the pressure. Like we couldn't handle playing in Detroit. They thought we was gonna melt down in Detroit, and it was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Facts.
The
So
complete opposite.
there is something that I am worried about going into Game 5. They got Isaiah Stewart listed as questionable.
He
He's a
been questionable.
The whole
he,
series he's been questionable
uh,
since he got hurt.
so so they try to make it seem like he might play. If he does play, everybody know he is certified crash out, and I
I
can
say
see
put PJ Tucker on his ass.
I see him just, trying to start something to get somebody suspended. You know what I mean? And that kind of shit could turn the tide of a series. We seen it happen in the NBA Finals when LeBron came back from a 3-1 deficit to win a championship when Draymond Green got suspended. Yeah, I mean that shifted the whole tide of the series. So I just want the Knicks to be mindful of that. If that crash out gets on the court and he start trying to push and shove and want to fight and all that stuff, just keep a level head. Know that this ain't nothing but scared. Like they scared, so they
Scared
doing what.
tactic.
Yeah, they scared, so they doing what scared people do. But back to the whining and the crying, right? Tim Hardaway Jr. said, "You see it, you saw it. It was blatant." I'm gonna tell you what else I saw. Tobias Harris committing assault underneath the basket on Josh Hart. I saw
Preach.
that. I saw that. I also saw a play where weak ass Paul Reed and Tobias Harris was hugging and holding on Cat.
Fact.
Word.
I'm
Paul
talking about
Reed had his whole wrist.
like this.
Yes.
Tobias Harris is locked up under his arm like this. But we see
Yo,
those things
word.
too, for a
What about
fact.
Word.
all the physical play on JB that
Yeah,
Schroeder's doing?
And even on Cat.
Shooter is a hack for sure.
Shooter is holding on to JB every time he brings the ball up.
Yeah, but you can't say, yo, we want a physical basketball game to cry about fouls. That just don't work. You know what I mean? JB Bickerstaff cries the whole entire game. Every single call, he's complaining and crying and whining. It's like, dog, I thought y'all wanted a physical basketball game, bro.
Right.
I thought this is what y'all wanted. Yeah, I thought y'all was gonna come and grit and grind out the game, but yet every time I turn around, y'all crying. Y'all crying, dog. That's why I said, yeah, they're not the bad boys. This is a facade. This is a facade.
Hmm.
Y'all soft, man. Pause.
Right.
And
You know what I
listen,
mean?
like you see it every time JB goes to the cup. He gets hit hard. He falls to the ground. And I notice how K be getting away with push-offs, and they don't never call that on him. All the
Always.
Yep.
time, bro. He always leave with his forearm out, pushing people. But they don't never call that. But
Right.
listen, we still just keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting JB mad, bro. Just keep
Right.
getting
Yeah.
JB mad. That's it.
And it's like all you want as a fan is an even game. Like
Right,
we know they're not gonna call every call, right? Clearly they letting them play physically, but it gotta be evenly physical. You know what I mean? It
right,
can't be lopsided and one sided. And I feel like that third quarter was very one sided, right?
Yeah.
Like Josh got hacked going to the basket, JB got hacked going to the basket multiple times.
But
And
I said,
so
my
that
fault, my
last
fault.
play was y'all karma. Did Josh hit him? Maybe a little bit. I don't think it was a hack. You know what I mean? He
Yeah,
bumped his body a little bit, but could it have been called a foul? Absolutely. But
yeah,
do the refs make that type of call in a playoff game? Nah. Not when you let them play physical all game.
yeah,
right.
Now, if you
Yeah,
are calling a tight game all game and then you make that call, cool. I'm
yeah,
cool with it. But if you let them hack us all fucking game, don't cry on one play.
yeah. Yo, and I feel like that game was the most evenly rough game of the whole entire series.
Absolutely.
Uh,
yeah.
we talk about 17 fouls apiece. They shot 18 free throws. We shot 17. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, like, I think that was a severely evenly matched, ref game. So instead of complaining about the refs, what you should have complained about is the fact that they shot 61% from the free throw line, missing 7 free throws. You should be complaining about that instead of
What they
worrying about
should
the
be
refs.
complaining about is Coach Bickerstaff using his challenge on a dumbass call.
Oh
Facts,
my god! And then
facts.
lost the
That was
challenge for the
clearly
rest of the game.
obvious that he
Yo,
wasn't
that's
going
a
to win.
fact.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
a
if you had
fact.
your challenge, maybe there's a situation there, right? But
Mhm.
uh oh, you should be complaining the fact that y'all lost the 11-point lead in the fourth quarter.
And not only complaining about all the turnovers from Cade Cunningham. I think he
Word.
had by himself. He had like 6 turnovers.
You are. They they had 19 turnovers for the game.
Yo, and that right there, because if you remember correctly, yo, every time they turn the ball over, we put up buckets.
Yeah, we scored 15 off of turnovers.
15
No,
points
20.
off of
20. My fault.
20 points off of 19
Yeah.
turnovers. That's fucking
Yeah.
great, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but and that's the thing, like all the things they should be complaining about what happened with their team. Yeah, they're worried about what the old adage is, you should never leave the game in a ref's hand. That's the old adage. Everybody
Yeah,
say that. You should never be in a
Yep.
position where the refs can predict the outcome of the game. These things happen. We've been on the end of those kind of calls for
Many a
many
times.
a times. Many a times. So yeah, I get the frustration because we've been frustrated too. But don't sit up there and act like the league is trying to help the Knicks win. If that was the case, we wouldn't be on a 50-something year drought for championships. If they
right.
were if they was
Facts.
trying to help the Knicks win, if that was the NBA was trying to do. So wrap that up. Wrap that up. You guys are soft. And I remember distinctly when we was complaining about the uneven refereeing in game two, Pistons fans was telling us stop crying about the refs.
Right.
Stop crying. Yeah, so take your own advice. Nobody wants to hear that.
Right, right.
Nobody wants to hear that.
No,
And
you know what they told
and
me?
Tim Hardaway Sr., sit your punk ass down.
They
Sit
told
your punk
me
ass
that
down.
they told me, nah, we just trying to play Detroit Pistons basketball. Oh,
Yeah,
that's what they said. And
yeah,
it was real lopsided, the free throw, let me tell you. 34 to 19.
yeah. It was a
We
15.
only had two free throws in the first half. And that was
Yeah,
the end of the first half.
you know. So yeah, I want to hear none of their complaints about no I mean no fouls. I don't want to hear. Yeah, y'all lost the 11-point lead. Y'all missed 7 free throws, and y'all turned over the ball 19 times. Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, so those are the things that y'all should be harping on instead of the refs robbed us. No, y'all robbed yourselves. Y'all robbed yourselves of that W. Oh no, I'll take it back. The refs didn't rob you. The Knicks did. You feel me? The Knicks robbed you of that W because they turned you over 20 times, and they played stingy defense, holding you to 24% from the 3-point line, and you worried about the last call of the game? Yeah, like what's up?
Four turnovers in the fourth quarter. Three of them were Cunningham.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Y'all got worked. Y'all got worked, and that's okay. That's okay. Y'all got worked. You know what I mean? Now y'all got to come back to the Garden, and y'all going home in 5 again. If y'all can hit that like button, that's number one. Make sure y'all hit that like button. New, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe.
Player.
Turn on the notification bell. Set it to all. But in the comments, I need y'all to put up the 5 hand. You know what I mean? I need y'all to put the
Like,
5 hand up in the comments because it's Knicks and 5. Pack them up. Pack them up, bro. I can't wait. Oh, we're going to be outside. We're going to be outside. We're going to go crazy. Nah, but yeah, all them antics, all that bad boy stuff. I told y'all, y'all got to hoop. Y'all got to hoop, bro. Y'all can't all that talking I was doing before. Oh, we ain't worried about this person and all that stuff. Is it a different feel from? Yeah, all that. Y'all had a lot of jokes. And we told them, Kev. We told them regular season is different from the playoffs. We
hmm.
told them. They was hype off them regular season W's. Oh, they was hype. Oh, but we beat y'all 3-1. All right. We're going to see. We're going to
Word.
see it in the playoffs. And so it went from,
Word.
but I love the way they fan mood changed throughout the series, right? It
Right.
started off, they gonna beat us. Some people saying they gonna sweep us. Some saying they gonna beat us in 5. It went from that to, oh well, at least we putting up a fight every game, right? Then it's, oh, we still could probably win in 7. We're gonna do a historic comeback. But now it's, oh, but y'all lose the next round. Well, what happened? What happened? How did we
Oh, the
get here?
refs helped us. The ref helped
Yeah, the
us.
refs helped you. Y'all gonna lose next round. What happened? How we get here? I thought y'all was gonna beat us. I thought the Pacers gonna beat us. Oh, and they was talking spicy when they got the 1W. Oh, now we got the home court advantage. See y'all in the arena. Uh,
Hmm.
pizza. Yeah, that's the mascot. Pizza. The pizza arena. You know what I mean? See you in the pizza arena. We go there and got get extended. Made y'all tie the longest playoff home losing streak. Yeah, I can't see that, Kev, because
Oh
your
man.
background. Your background.
Oh
It
man.
made you tie the longest home losing streak with 9 straight home playoff losses. That's nasty. That's nasty. You know what I mean? Be humble, sit down. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all want to, and they want to be the Knicks so bad. They want to be Knicks fans so bad. F. Jalen Brunson. What that sound like, Kev?
That yeah, and it sounded real corny the way she said it too.
Yeah. I'm
Real
talking about in the
corny.
stadium. F. Jalen Brunson.
That
Or,
sound like Trey Young,
or
like what
yeah,
we used
F.
to do.
U. Brunson. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that
And
sound
I,
just like we. That
and
sounded
obviously
like
I was more
us.
or less because it was fuck Trey Young. Fuck Trey Young. There's fuck you, Brunson. Yeah. Y'all want to be New York Knicks so bad. And y'all should have learned your lesson because y'all saw how that worked out for us. Y'all saw how that worked out for us. It didn't
Hmm.
work out good for us. Y'all picked the wrong thing to copy and the wrong person to copy it with because
Word.
Captain Clutch don't play that. And Kev, talk to me. They was talking about Cade was the best player in the series. How that working out for him, Kev?
It's not looking good at all. It's not looking good at all, man. Like the job that McCall and OG are doing on him is immaculate, bro. Like they really making him work for his points for everything he does.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? For everything that he's doing, yo. Both of them. I can't like a lot of people that are giving Mikal Bridges grief. Yeah, y'all really not watching what he's doing. Like you don't understand how hard it is to
Yeah,
play both sides. It's not an easy thing,
yeah,
especially guarding a guy like Cade Cunningham, bro. That dude he's strong, he's fast, like he got moves. He'll knock the three, he'll knock the shot on you. He'll look for his teammates. He'll try to get other people involved. Like, the guy's a handful. Pause. So, you know, to see them guys struggling on one side, but then picking it up on the other side. That's why we got guys like Cat and JB to step in and hold us down and do what the superstars are supposed to do. You know what I mean? And I feel like if this continues to happen, where these guys can't handle it, it's gonna be
yeah.
tomorrow. It's gonna
Yo,
be a
Kevin,
wrap.
you can move closer to the screen because we can't
Nah, I
see
know
you.
my shit is about to
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Uh, uh, now, if that's cool, that's cool. Then you good then. You know what I mean? Just let it rock how it rock. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I'm gonna have
Uh,
to. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, not for real. Cause not only Macau, OG too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
cause that guarding Cade Cunningham is no small task. Like you said,
No.
he's big. He's athletic. You know what I mean? He got handles. You know what I mean? Great midi. You know what I mean? And if you leave him open, he gonna knock down that 3-point shot too. But he hasn't been doing that in this series because of great defense. But
Right.
you know what I mean? Yeah, the defense that they played on Cade was great. I mean, holding a player like him to 11 for 23 shooting is a good night when you know that he's their primary weapon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, All the people that were saying that Cade was the best player in this series, I I I was conflicted because I'm like, yo, I hear you, but JB averages like 30 points per game in the playoffs. What we talking about? You feel me?
Right.
Like what
Right.
we talking about? Cade don't got no record for putting in pain in the playoffs. JB
Mm-hmm.
does. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
JB does, and that's the difference. I was wondering. I thought we was getting no comments, and they going crazy in the comments, and I'm all the way at the top of the comments. Like that's crazy. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I should have been replying, but for whatever reason, the comments wasn't scrolling when it was coming up. That's crazy. But um, yeah. JB, Captain Clutch, the best fourth quarter player in the NBA in the playoffs right now. I still feel like that's disrespect for them even to say some shit like that. Low key.
I
Like
mean,
why would you say something like that? Yeah, Cam.
he's leading all players with 53 points in the fourth quarter. All players, all the top,
Yeah.
key players. Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, the Joker, all the top players. Anthony Edwards, leading all of them. Number one, and by a large margin. Pause. It's
Yeah.
not like like he's really putting up numbers when we need it most.
And
And
those names you mentioned, they hooping too, Kev. Anthony
yeah,
Edwards is hooping. So to
yeah,
say that,
yo,
that says a lot.
I got the list. I sent it to y'all in the chat.
Yeah.
I sent it to y'all, and as a matter of fact, Cat and LeBron James are tied for 10th with fourth quarter points as well. So we got both of our players in the top 10, which means they doing what they supposed to do, man. Like this is what we traded for Cat for, and this is why we paid Jalen Brunson, man. Like bring us to the promised land, bro.
You know how cold JB is. He took Asar Thompson from saying that there's no challenge guarding Jalen Brunson to yeah, this is a good learning experience for me. You know that I get to experience this now and going through what I'm going through now because it's a good learning experience. I thought it was no trouble. It shouldn't be a
Word.
learning. If it's no trouble, there's no learning experience. That's what you
Hmm.
said. It was no trouble. But yeah, that his ass been staying permanently glued to the bench because of foul trouble.
Yo,
they,
like,
they, they've tried everything. Asad Thompson, Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, I mean, who else they put? The Holland kid. Like,
yeah.
everybody
Even
get work.
even 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 Cade, they put Cade
Yeah,
on him. He cooked
yeah.
everybody.
Don't matter. Don't matter who you gonna put on them. He giving them 30. It don't matter. It don't matter who it is. They getting
Uh,
30, Cap.
yeah, it's you know I remember when we first got him and everybody criticized how small he was. He wasn't even guys saying he's not athletic. He can't do this. He can't do that. And he's literally doing everything people say he couldn't do.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
Packing them
doing
up.
all of it, all of it. Oh, he's being a hog. All
Yeah,
that,
had
all
11
that.
assists last game.
Yo, ever since y'all called him a hog, he's been getting everybody involved. You
Yeah,
know, but
and
but the difference is guys are knocking down shots when we need them to knock down shots, bro.
yeah. Kobe said this, right? He used to say, he's like, yo, what are you going to do? Like being great is everybody know what you're going to do, but they still can't stop it. Like that's what he said being great is. And when you watch Jalen Brunson, fourth quarter come, you know what's about to happen. You know it's about
Hmm.
to happen. He about to hit you with a tween. He gonna try to get past you. He gonna get in the lane. He going to the mid range or he going to the floater or he going all the way to the cup. Yeah, I mean you know what's gonna happen, but you still can't stop it.
Mm-mm.
You know he's looking to get you into a foul. You know when you on his hip, he's going to get you into, but you still can't control yourself to stop it because he's that good. He is that good, bona fide superstar. Yo, he is top 2 point guards in the league at this point in my eyes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to hear nothing else about nobody else. Luka's about to get packed up. You know what I mean? Luka's going home. So I don't want to hear Luka's better than him. Luka's about to go home, and he got LeBron James. He's about to go home. So I want to hear nothing about no Luka. I'm talking about Jalen Brunson.
I think it's him and SGA, the two best point guards of the league. Ain't nobody better than them two guys, bro.
And I agree. I agree. And if you disagree, you're fooling yourself. You know what I
And
mean?
even to be honest with you, even Jalen Brunson be giving SGA work. They give each other work.
War. Yeah, that's a fact. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just thought it was super disrespectful from everybody who said it. You know what I mean? From these TV talk heads to the Detroit Pistons fans. They was talking crazy about JB. And y'all got, oh, he's a foul baiter. Oh, the king flop artist. He don't get calls. We watched it all season, him not getting calls.
But my thing with that is right because at what point do we start blaming the players? Because that's what he does. So y'all should be aware and watch film if y'all not doing enough homework on him because that's what he does to get his points. And y'all still get caught out there with that.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more hate than it is fact, right? It's more coming from a place of hate than it is fact. Like you you never really realize how much people really hate the Knicks until the Knicks are good. Like nobody cared what happened with the Knicks or talked about our players, but when the Knicks is good, no matter who that player is, the rest of the league hate them. When we was going on that little short run with Melo, they was talking. The whole entire league was talking about Melo crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the same thing with Pat. Like it don't end. It don't end. You know what I mean? They used to call Allen Houston soft in his hate time. You know what I mean? Like it don't stop. No matter who the Knicks player is, if the Knicks are good, they're going to hate. They're going to talk crazy about that person. And the
Mm-hmm.
criticism on Jalen Brunson is nothing but hate. You know what I mean? But shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson. They got everybody singing a different tune now. Even some people in the fan base. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people in the fan base that was talking crazy about JB too. And
Yeah.
I've been on social media watching people apologizing and changing tunes. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
JB is a generational talent for this team, man. And we looking, to me, in my eyes, we looking at somebody, the last person that's gonna wear 11 in a New
Yeah.
York uniform for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like he if things go right and everything goes the way it's supposed to go, you won't be surprised you might see a motherfucking statue of that nigga in front of MSG one day, bro.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, son. Yo, JB is phenomenal. Cat, the bodega cat. You know what I mean? Tough, 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 tough. I
Hands
will
on.
say this though. If we're gonna close out, we're definitely going to need a better game from OG and Macau offensively. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I one thing I'm conflicted with. I love Deuce. I love Deuce. I don't think
Yeah.
it's the series for him. Defensively, he hasn't really been great, and he hasn't been scoring. Maybe it's too late. Maybe we stick with this rotation, but I would have loved to see DeLon Wright at some point get some Deuce's minutes because Deuce ain't
Mm-hmm.
really been having it. You know what I mean? Like offensively or
I agree.
defensively, I feel like we lose a lot of ground in games when he's on the court. I feel like those are the times that we really start struggling and Detroit really start going on runs. It has a lot to a correlation with in my eyes. Yeah, I mean, with Deuce being on the court, even though oddly enough he was a plus 1 last game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
I mean, he knocked down. He. I mean, I don't think he even scored a. Hold
now
on,
he
I'll
had
tell you.
one 3-pointer. He was 1 for 5.
Yeah, he's been
Right?
struggling throughout the whole
Yeah,
playoffs.
yeah.
They've been he's really struggled bad. I think
Yeah,
he only
he
had
only
5 points.
yeah he played 19 minutes. He was 5 points, 1 rebound. That's a
Yeah,
stat line. And 2 personal fouls in 20 minutes of basketball. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I, I'm glad that Tibbs sat Shamit down because Shamit wasn't giving us absolutely nothing in the series. I feel like this series is a little too physical for those guys. You know what I mean?
right,
Like those guys, I feel like they'll be better in a Boston series where Boston is they physical, but they don't play as physical as Detroit. You know what I mean? There's more freedom of movement in that series than it is in this one. But I
right,
think
right.
the long right and pressure should have got those some of those minutes for sure.
You know, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that we haven't seen Precious at all, bro.
Yeah, that's
To be
crazy.
honest, that for a guy who's, like Delon Wright, let's just say he just got on the team at the
Yeah,
trade deadline when we traded him for Jericho Sims, but you know, Precious been with us all season long. He's a guy that we would go to if a guy was hurt. He'd start. He probably even started a few games for us
yeah,
this year. So for him to not get no minutes whatsoever, especially playing with a team like this young Detroit team who they play almost everybody, you know,
yeah,
and all their players are pretty tall.
yeah,
So for him not to get no minutes at all whatsoever, like 4 straight DMPs is kind of wild to me.
yeah,
I'm not too shocked about Delon Wright, but Precious, I'm like, damn, bro, you can't give him not even 5 minutes in the game, bro.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Precious is I think Precious probably should have definitely got more minutes, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the fool to argue with results, man.
No.
The results are resulting. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
We have
yeah, for sure.
we up 3-1, which the series honestly should have been a sweep if you ask me.
I agree. I
We
agree.
if it wasn't for the refs, we last night should have been the last night of Detroit Piston playoff basketball, if you ask me. But I'm not gonna argue,
Agreed.
because you know what, we know who Tibbs is. Like Mitchell Robinson only got 9 minutes last game.
Yo, that's a fact. Jay chosen one. He did. He played his ass off against the Pistons in that last regular season. Yeah, that's a fact.
Who?
Remember
Oh,
that.
Precious. Yeah, yeah,
Precious, he
yeah,
had a double double.
yeah. For sure he
Yeah,
did.
that's right.
Yeah, yeah. But Tibbs is who he is. You know what I mean? Uh, in this series, the starters is logging severe heavy minutes. You feel me?
Devon Ambitious said the Knicks fans should be mad at their team. I'm not mad not one bit, bro.
Hold on. Let me
I'm
get
not
there.
mad not one bit.
Let me get there. I did
Devon Ambitious.
for
Bring the
what?
Ruckus podcast. Shout out
For
to
what?
you, man, for
Yeah, shout
pulling
out
up.
to you for pulling up for sure. You know what I
Or
mean? Make sure you subscribe. We will do the same thing for sure.
or facts.
Uh
Jay Chosen, appreciate you too for pulling up,
yeah,
B.
yeah. Uh
Or
but why would we be mad? We up 3-1.
right, right.
We up
And
3-1.
and to be honest with you, like, you know, we knew what kind of series this was gonna be. You know,
Sure.
we not facing a team. I mean, like, to me, in my opinion, when you're facing a team that started peaking at the right time, like the Detroit Pistons did. They started peaking at the right time, bro. Like at some point throughout the season, they just took off,
Yeah,
right? And I think it was after the Dennis Schroeder trade.
yeah, for sure.
And you know, it's not easy to beat a team when they're at their peak. It's not. It's very hard. It's difficult,
Yeah.
because everything is going their way. So for this team, the Knicks, to do what they're doing right now, yo, you gotta tip your hat, man. There's no reason for any fans to be mad at all, at all.
And here's another thing, right? The Detroit Pistons finished 44-38 on the season. That's a decent team. That's a
Mhm.
decent team, dog. We're
Mhm.
playing a decent team that plays really tough, gritty defense. You know what I mean? It's the playoffs, so the refs is letting everybody play. Aside from game two when they didn't let us play, but the refs is letting everybody play, and we're up 3-1.
Mhm.
Why would I be mad? We just took two games on their home court. You know what I mean? In a row. Why would I be mad? There's a good time over here. You know what I mean? Knicks and five. You know what I mean? Knicks
Yeah.
and five for sure. Uncle
Right.
Paulie
Right,
was good,
Paulie.
my boy.
Right, Paulie. They won 14 games last year. They turned it up this year, big
Yeah.
time, big time. And
Yeah, and ain't
then,
nobody mad over here. We about to celebrate tomorrow. It's gonna be a
yeah,
party in
man.
the hat. You know what I mean? You know what I
And
mean?
that's
Yo,
true. That's true too. What Jay Chosen said, like the Magic, people forget about what happened to the Magic in the beginning of the season. Like
oh
they
yeah, they
they
was
had all
violent.
their guys. They started losing. They started dropping like flies over there. And that's one of another reason why Detroit kind of like went over them.
Yeah, so and check it. You talk about the Magic. I'm glad you brought that up. The Magic even stole a game against the everybody's
Mm-hmm.
favorite to win the championship again. The Magic took a game. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
why couldn't it happen to us that we lose at least one game in the series? Like why would I be mad? We up 3-1, baby. We up
Right.
3-1. I said that from the beginning of the series, I said Knicks in five. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Said it.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks in five. So it's nothing but jubilation over here, homie. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't wait
Right.
until the what I can't wait to when we win tomorrow and they do a close up on Malik Beasley's face. Oh man, it's gonna feel so good. It's gonna
I,
feel so
I
good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that as a fan base, right, we should all find out where Malik Beasley comes out of the building, when he comes out of the building, and we should all stand there doing the shimmy. Right.
Singing na na
Just stand
na
there
na.
doing the shimmy.
Hey
Yeah.
hey
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, bro.
Goodbye.
Cause yo, let's be real. He torched us in the regular season. I
Yeah,
mean,
for
he
sure.
straight torched us.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? And for us to be watching him and what he's
See
doing in
that.
the playoffs.
Look, see, this is what
Beating
I'm
the
saying.
Pistons shouldn't be a celebration. It
See,
should be expected. No, because everybody had the Pistons beating us. They
no,
said that we was too soft.
no.
We couldn't
He's
deal with the Pistons.
He's half right. It should be expected. It was expected, and we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate for completing the mission that we said we would. The mission was beating Detroit Pistons, and we did that. Or we're going to do that, and we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate, bro, because you was probably he's probably one of those people that say yo the Pistons going to beat the Knicks.
He was
I
probably
got
here.
the
Yeah, he
Pistons,
probably was. Yeah, yep,
but
yep,
now it's
yep.
expected. The goalposts stay
Uh-huh.
moving. The goalposts stay moving. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nostalgia
He
Knicks was
salty.
good.
He salty. He probably had some money on the Pistons, and now he about to lose some money.
Somebody at
Yeah,
work about to owe me 200. You heard?
yeah.
Betting against
Listen,
my Knicks. Nostalgic Knicks was good.
what
Yeah,
up, nostalgia Nick? What's good?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got a quite few screenshots. I got some ex post bookmark. You know what I mean? Uh, After tomorrow, I'm probably gonna be a little bit wasted. So, Wednesday, I'm gonna be doing a lot of petty shit. Wednesday, we doing a lot of petty shit. Yeah. Oh,
No wonder that makes a lot of sense.
oh, he's a Detroit
He's a
fan.
Detroit fan, but listen, man,
Ah,
listen, shout
that's
out
what.
to you, bro. Shout
Yeah,
out
shout
to
out to
you,
you for
man.
pulling
You
up for
know,
sure, for sure. You listen, it took a lot of courage for you to pull up in here, man. You
that's a
know,
fact.
you, you ain't hiding, and I respect that. You know what I mean?
Nah,
But
facts. And you're not coming in here on no bullshit. You coming respectful, talking straight
yeah,
basketball. So I
yeah,
respect
yeah,
you for that, man. Word
yeah,
up.
yeah. Facts. But yeah,
Follow us and we'll follow you back, bro.
for sure, for sure. We hear about your off season plans when we tune into you, for sure.
Word, word. Uh,
Nah, but much love,
come
bro.
by Tuesday. Come by when we do our next live so we can continue debating about that.
He said, but the Knicks are in trouble. It don't look like it right now, good buddy. The Knicks
Hey,
in
listen.
trouble. It don't look like it now. For sure.
And it's
JJ Jackson
it's
in the
and it's
building.
crazy because
What
every
up,
single
Carl?
time, y'all been up on us in the fourth quarter, other than game two. We've been washing y'all up in the fourth quarter, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. And been definitely been a spanking in every fourth quarter in this series.
Yep.
Uh, but I hate the way your team was players on your team was talking, but I do got respect for the way they've been playing in this series. Uh,
Yeah.
they're making it very tough. Yeah, I mean it's been a very tough series. I've been enjoying this series thoroughly. You know, I am a big fan of '90s style basketball, and that's what we've been watching. Uh, I will say this: y'all do have a bright future for real. Yeah, I mean y'all do have a bright future. But this ain't your time. He
Mm-mm.
said, what he said?
He said He
Dumb move.
said Pistons don't have experience, make some dumb moves. I don't like Cad though too. This too soft. Hey, listen, man, he ain't looking soft right now. But the other one is the one that I wanna beating the Pistons while Stu is hurt and Ji is hurt. Them boys should be blowing them out for real, for real. Listen, man, I don't want to hear about injuries. Okay, I don't want to hear about injuries. Um, JB just came back from an injury. Um, um, Mitch Robinson been out almost all season long. I think he's only played like what less than 20 games this
Yeah.
season. Okay. Even last year, we lost so many people throughout the playoffs. We still was able to win a series and make it to the second round with the guys that we had in place. So, it is what it is, bro. Like even with the guys that y'all have right now, y'all still a good team. So I don't understand why injuries got to be an excuse. You know what I mean? Y'all still even with those guys out, y'all still really a competitive team. You must not have a lot of faith in your team, to be honest with you, because me personally, I think Detroit is a hell of a team, man. Even without them guys, they really good.
All right, so I got something to say to this comment as well. Uh, and the one with what he said about Stewart and Jalen Ivory. Uh, Man, Stewart don't scare nobody. He don't move no needle for real. Yeah, I mean, if y'all had Stewart, it'll probably be the same outcome. You know what I mean? Jalen Ivory's tough. He's tough for sure, but is another inexperienced player. You know what I mean? So again, who's to say that he'll make that much of a difference? Because that's something that your team has been suffering from, and y'all inexperience is something I mentioned as a key to why we going to win. Why we going to win this series? Even before the series started, I said they don't have any playoff experience on that team. Not enough to beat the Knicks. Yeah, I mean, and all that's coming to fruition. And as far as you saying cat soft, that is blasphemy. Bro, you talking about the guy who hit the last two shots of that game uh what you call it? The player who hit the last two shots to win his last game. Yeah, I mean, soft. The guy who shoved Paul Reed almost across the whole court. Like what we talking about? The guy who was standing up in Tobias Harris' face talking crazy to him. Like that guy you calling soft, right? You know what I mean? The guy who was a major part of the reason that we won these last two games on your home court, that guy's soft, right? That you make it make sense. It don't make sense, bro. You gotta put some respect on Cat name. I understand you're a Pistons fan, but come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that. Word.
Listen,
Uh,
the Pistons are on the rise. They got a good young team. They got a good young team. But just remember, just like y'all guys are building, next year we're gonna build, and we
yeah,
gotta upgrade stuff and make moves just to get better, just like y'all do. So
yeah.
we on the rise too. A lot of our guys ain't even hit. They not even near 30 yet.
How much you want to bet is gonna be a different bench come next year? You know what I
Who, the
mean? How much
Knicks?
you
The
want?
Knicks?
Yeah. How much you want to bet the
Yeah,
Knicks have a different bench come next year?
for sure,
Uh,
for sure.
but yeah, it's almost time for me, Kev. It's almost time for me. Unless you got
Yeah, no
something else you
doubt.
want to add. You know what I mean?
Nah, I mean, shout out to Josh Hart. Played a
Oh yeah,
tremendous
for
game.
sure,
I think that's a guy right there that we forgot to talk about. Josh
for
Hart.
sure. Double double,
Another
14 to 10.
right, another leader on this team that doesn't get a lot of who's been struggling. I would say in this series, he's not hasn't been playing with the same kind of intensity, but lately I gotta say these past 2 games he stepped it up big time, man, big time.
Yeah, you know what? It, Josh Hart did it again. Another game where they try to funnel the ball to Josh Hart, and he shows up big, going 3 from 5 from 3-point range. And
Right.
leave Josh Hart open if you want to. You know what I mean? He's not a great shooter. I'm not saying that, but he is an NBA player, and has the ability to knock down an open 3-point shot. You feel me? You keep leaving him open, he's going to shoot it, and he has the capability of making it. And he shows up when we need him to. He did the same shit last year in the playoffs against the 76ers. 76ers tried the same shit. We going to leave Josh Hart open, and he torched him. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Josh Hart, man. He played really well last game. 14-8, 5 assists, 4 steals. You know what I mean? And he only
Hell
had
of a
one
defense.
foul.
Hell of a defense.
Yeah, and he only
Right.
had
And
defended without fouling.
and it's something that like I've been like literally begging Paul, like I don't know if that's a pause, but just in case. Been begging for this guy to shoot.
Yeah,
I've been begging for him to shoot for the longest, bro. Like stop, and it's times that I'm like, bro, why did you just pass the ball? Just fucking shoot the ball, bro. Like I know we all know you hit big shots when we need you to hit big shots.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I never I don't understand why sometimes he's so timid to shoot the ball. You know what I mean? But I just had to throw him out there because he made some plays yesterday that I thought were humongous for us down the stretch.
yeah,
Um and we just gotta give homie his flowers, man.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
that's it.
definitely,
No,
definitely love Josh Hart's energy throughout this series. Like watching him run around is he- yo, this nigga don't get tired, bro. Like he just be everywhere, bro. Like
and shout out to Jalen Brunson because he said it best. Thank you to Coach Tommy T for playing all these minutes because he
because
prepared us for this.
we in shape for sure. You know what I
We
mean?
in shape. We are in shape, and I don't think people understand or listen to our players when they talk.
Yeah,
These guys go in the off season and prepare themselves for a kind of season like this, especially when you got a coach like Coach Tommy T, who plays his guys almost 40 plus minutes a game, every game. So
Yep.
you gotta prepare yourself a certain way to be able to play as many minutes as they play, you know. And Josh Hart always says it. If y'all watch his pod, he says it all the time. Yo, we prepared ourselves for this. We worked hard for this.
Yeah.
So, you know, shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
facts.
this is my last thing before we head out. In a game like the last game, when Macau played 44 minutes, OG played 39, Cat played 40, Jalen Brunson played 39, Josh Hart played 42. Did we look fatigued down the stretch? Did we
No.
look gassed? Did that look like a team that was tired and gassed playing all those minutes? That looked like a team that was well prepared for that moment. You know what I mean? And I do think logging all those minutes helped. You know what I mean? You can't emulate playing large minutes of basketball without playing large minutes of basketball. You feel me? Like that, they always say that you can't get in shape. You can't really get all the way in shape for basketball without playing basketball. You feel me? So shout out to Coach Tibbs, man. Shout out to Coach Tibbs.
Right.
Great job. Yeah, I mean, one more time before we get up out of here, I need to see those fives in the chat. Put the 5 hand emoji in the chat. Yeah, I mean, Knicks in 5. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button. Sharing is always caring. Uh, hit the notification. Hit the notification bell. Set it to all so you don't miss no Knicks and Ish post. And we outside tomorrow. We at the New York Knicks block party tomorrow. Knicks and Ish is at the New York Knicks block party tomorrow. Hit us up on the social so we could tell you where we at so y'all can come and watch the game with the gang. You know what I mean? And we're gonna turn up. And since we gonna be outside tomorrow, obviously it ain't gonna be no recap tomorrow, but we're gonna work something out. You heard?
Yeah,
I
maybe we
got
might do something else. We might do something else. If I pull up, we
yeah,
might do
yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Frank's not here, I gotta do it. Hit the outro.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic's ethnicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.